Guys, I've been wanting to make this video for some time now, and I don't really have the energy or the resources to make it all fancy, but this is a very simple kind of format. But I guess the context and what I'm about to say is far more important. There's been a lot of talk about climate change, global warming, and for example, in Australia, the recent fires is something that has a lot of people kind of focusing on it. How we should reduce our emissions, carbon dioxide reduction, and stuff like that. Look, I'm not a scientist, and I don't research global warming or climate change. Whether it is our fault or it isn't, I don't think it matters that much. And the reason is quite simple. Previously in the planet's history, there has been a consistent periods of increase and decrease in the climate's change in the climate's temperature, right? So it's gone up and down. It's become warmer, it's become cooler. There's been an ice age, hotter periods. There's been periods where there was a ton more oxygen and carbon in the environment. And what I'm trying to get at is that it's part of nature, and it's always happened. This is a living planet. It's a living and breathing planet, and it changes its climate based on certain things. Now, we may have caused this, right? We may and we may not have. Maybe it could just be natural, right? Maybe it's a cyclical thing and it's decided, hey, I want to change my climate. I want to make some changes, right? We don't know. But the point is, it's happened throughout history. Even if we were at a point where we had no emissions and there was no carbon and we weren't polluting, right? The planet would still go through this change. So ideally, we should look to ways of adapting to it rather than getting so freaked out and emotional because it's happened. Guess what? Even extinctions have happened far longer than we have existed. There has been 5 to 6 mass extinctions throughout the planet's history as far as we know. Every time a new species begins to dominate the planet, there are mass extinctions. And guess what? This time it's us. Now we're dominating the planet. We are not dominating the planet on that level. This planet can easily get rid of us, right? And start again. But ecologically speaking, we are the most dominant species now. However, in saying that, we're also conscious, we are scientific, we're able to problem solve. So we are the only species, as far as we know, that are capable of adjusting and adapting to these changes. Right? So let's not freak out as much. Let's understand that it is in part natural, right? Whether we existed or not, the climate changes. These things happen. In the fires, right? You saw everything get wiped. Nature wasn't selective. It killed kangaroos, baby koalas, everything, right? Nature works on a different system. It doesn't have a moral code. Oh, this thing's cute, let me save it. Right? This person's been good, let me save her or him, right? It just destroys everything. It gives life to everything, and it also takes it away if it wants to, and it needs to. So we need to become more intelligent in the way we approach this problem, right? We're on a living planet, and our architecture and living structures and our science isn't advanced enough where we can fully detach ourselves from this environment and the changes it goes through. So, in the meantime, we must learn to adjust to the changes. We must change the way we build, the way we behave, the areas in which we decide to populate. These are all things to consider. And yeah, just be a bit more, how do I say it? Don't look at it from such a human lens. Try to look at the bigger picture. Even if we were on a different planet, right? Essentially the same things would happen. So just really, yeah, just do your best to detach yourself from this emotional human reaction and begin to see the full picture, which will help us deal with it and see the problem or the potential problem with as much clarity as we can. Yeah, so thanks guys. It'll be a short one, this one. Peace.